Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up ship. At the 23-yard line. Right to the air is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 7. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 49 yards. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Buying time to his left. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in position to make a play on the ball.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, 48 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Across midfield. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 29-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 49 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On first down, back to Achane. Sheds off the tackle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, 29 yards. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mahomes now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's taken down inside the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Waddle, the motion man right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Now Tua. Forced out to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll dump this off to Achane. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards that time.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him.
Touchdown! Braxton Berrios, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. And got his man complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Tua, the final shot before half. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game, and I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even. They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are all tied at 28. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Achane. And now off to the races, down the right side. Inside the 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Here's Mahomes to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. Now Mahomes. Got a man, it's Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Right back to Achane on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They fake the handoff, now Tua. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 41 yards. And the Dolphins will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. On first down, Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. Now back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Being chased up to a hit, and the ball is out. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Short throw to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10.
I just love how they're